and welcome to my very first podcast. I am Amanda Moss and I run Amanda Moss PR. I've got a lifestyle magazine and I split my life between Cyprus and the UK. I have 6 children and my life is very colourful, shall we say, which is exactly what this podcast is going to be about, because I have some crazy badass women joining me every week to talk about how they are trailblazing their way through life. And today we start off with my first guest, a very close friend of mine, Lesley Anne Thompson, an entrepreneur. And I've never actually used your full name because we're just friends. It's just Les or Lesley. So anyway, Lesley Anne Thompson, very official. But we're, this is not, this is just us chatting like we were on the beach, because you were on holiday with me recently.
Oh yeah, proper girls' holiday. It's never too late for girls' holiday.
No, I know, and it was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? It was, yes. Yeah. Tell us, oh my God, the things we got, we just laughed so much, didn't we? So you are very inspirational to me because you got divorced, you left a narcissistic husband. You also lived abroad away from your children like I've done. So there's all that guilt of being a mother and being away and being shamed by other mothers who think you're a shit mother because you're away, but actually you're away working to provide for the family because the other person isn't providing. But, they don't see the whole picture. So how did you deal with all that?
Well, basically, I went because my ex forced me out of my job by threatening somebody at work. And the next job I got was to go and live in Singapore. No way did I want to leave my children, but I wanted to have this better life for me and them.
And how old were they when you left them?
They were only 5 and 15.
So it's hard. And
Very
hard. I mean, I get it because I left my children too as well 3 years ago. I mean, I didn't leave them. I went away to work. But so how did... I know how it made you feel because I felt the same, but tell us how you coped with it.
Yeah, nobody understands. They think you're leaving your children, but what you're trying to do is create a better life for them. And they think, oh, you're having a ball, but all the time you're thinking about them and working hard to create a new life for them. And my children still don't know the real reason that I went to Singapore. And I suppose they still think bad of me for that.
I don't think they do, because you have given them a good life, and at the end of the day you're a mother, but you're also a person, so you have to do things for yourself. You have to create a life that's going to be fulfilling to you. And yes, for some women being a mother is the be all and end all, but for me, I absolutely adore being a mother, and it's my greatest achievement to bring, these amazing kids into the world. But it's not enough for me. I have to do things for myself. I love to travel. I love being on my own. I love going to the beach. I love partying. I love going clubbing, So, we have to do things that are for us as well as our children, because we've got to give them something to look up to as well, I think.
Absolutely. I mean, I've gone back to studying, and that's inspired my son, who failed his second year at uni, to actually knuckle down and get back into his third year this year. And he is so focused, it's untrue. And my friend said to me last night, that's because he's seen you up burning the midnight oil, studying till 3-4 o'clock in the morning. And now he's doing the same. So I'm absolutely delighted that he's doing that. But my message is to women out there, it's never too late. If you want to do something, go and do it. If you want to study, go and study.
Well, that's it. I mean, I'm like 52 in 2 weeks' time, and I'm almost a fully qualified body pump instructor with Les Mills, which I only started this year. So again, it's never too... I mean, I always said I'll be a millionaire by the time I'm 55. I've got 3 years to go, and I think I'm on track for that. And they do say that well, actually, no, I'll say what I used to say to my ex-husband, is because he was like, oh, you've missed the boat, it's too late, everything, it was always negative, belittle, you're never gonna succeed, you've failed now, you've had your chance. But it isn't, because people can succeed in their 40s, 50s, 60s. One of my really close friends has just got married at 60, met the love of her life, completely in love, travelling around the world with him, and she's 60. So, there's hope for you and me, eh?
Listen, age is only a number. I know that's easy to say, but it's all in your head.
100%. I would, as we say, I do not date my age, and that is it. Age is nothing. So.
That's actually a show on TV. do not date your age.
Is there? I don't watch
No,
TV.
but it should be.
Should be, shouldn't it? That's another commission. We should do that.
There you go.
We would be so good at that. We would be taken off air within
5 minutes.
Yes. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to
Talking about dating.
Oh, yes.
Well, has anybody out there been on these dating apps? Oh, my God.
I just joined Bumble yesterday. I was on it in Cyprus for 2 weeks. It was utter shit. Honestly, you get the people, and then I just deleted them within a day because it just did my head in. But I come back to Liverpool, and I thought, I'm home every night. I'm in bed early. I'm on my own. So went on to the dating. Honestly, the calibre of men is so much better. Early days, it's only day 2, but I think there's hope in it. Maybe some dates out of it. Definitely free meals, because I never pay for anything when it comes to a man. So,
well, I agree with you there. If a man wants to take a woman out and a woman's getting all dressed up and buying new clothes and new perfume and new shoes.
That's it. Because, honey, sorry, I shouldn't mention my daughter. My eldest daughter thinks it's really bad that I refuse to pay for drinks and I refuse to pay for dinner when I go out. But after carrying a man for so many years, decades, I'm not going to do that anymore. And I think it's my turn to be treated like a queen. And like you say, when a woman gets dressed up ready for a date, she tends to buy a new outfit. She gets new hair, lashes, nails, definitely a new lipstick or a new lip gloss, possibly a new pair of shoes. Definitely underwear, or is that just me? So you're spending a few £100 investing in the date already, so of course they should fucking pay for the food. If they can't, if they're such a tight ass and they won't pay for dinner, I don't want to go out with them again anyway.
I totally agree with you. If I'm getting all that effort in,
but the culture in Cyprus is brilliant because it's expected. The women do not, then it goes the other way. The sexism and misogyny, so disgusting over there. So there's sort of like a balance. So is there somewhere between the UK and Cyprus where I could live, where it's just like a really nice balance? Because I
don't know, but if I find it, I'll let you know.
Jesus, I hate the weather here. I'm really struggling with it.
Really struggle with the weather. It's cold, it's raining, it's blank, it's deep. So basically,
it's shit.
Yeah. You've got to do things to look. You've got to have things to look forward to. So, what's your next plans?
My next plan is.
Haven't you got the Fashion Week?
Oh yeah, I've got Liverpool Fashion Week on Monday.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was thinking about personal plans. When you say what's your next plan, and of course I've got the filthiest mind going. So, what am I doing? Liverpool Fashion Week is obviously next week. That's really exciting with designers flying in from all over the world to take part. Then I've got the Liverpool Lifestyle Awards, which is recognising people in business. But my head, it flits. It flits from one thing to the other. I've got the magazine in Cyprus, got the magazine in the UK. But I'm at this weird point in my life where... And I shouldn't say it. I just can't be asked. I think maybe because I'm going through the divorce and finalising it, and I've worked my fucking ass off for so many years. Kids are doing brilliantly. They're all flying. Everyone's settled, but I'm selling my house, getting divorced. I'm going into business with collaborations with other people and just doing so many different projects that it's sort of like overwhelming, and I feel like I just need to sit back, which is basically what I've done all summer on the beach with you and a few others. But maybe it's just a weird menopausal thing, because I read somewhere that, with that the menopause can affect your brain and concentration and desire to, ambition. I mean, I'm really ambitious, but I'm just at this place where I just think, fuck it.
I like the fuck it place. It's a really good place to be.
We should go there. I hope they serve free drinks.
Free drinks, yeah. It can. I mean, you do all the right things. You do all the gym and fitness, and you're studying to be a fitness instructor and to do the body pump and everything. So you're doing all the right things for the menopause. The only other thing you can look at as a woman going through the menopause is what you eat. Because when I was going through it, basically I was eating crap and fats and sugars, which makes you even worse. And as soon as I started addressing my health, one, I lost weight, And 2, I looked better and felt better and just got through it like that. It's a tough call. It is a tough call.
Women are looking better at our age now, though, aren't they? I mean, if you think...
Well,
if you think,
when you judge them against, if you put them up against men, now, sadly, as men get older, they don't get better anymore. That was just on the films. That was just James Bond who got better.
yes, as we know from the dating apps, we know that.
yeah, but now women have got so much more going for them, beauty-wise and aesthetics-wise. I do work in aesthetics, and there's so much you can do. The little tweaks, not to make you somebody else, but to actually just enhance you. And men haven't cottoned on to that yet. So whereas men are still where they were 50 years ago, women are blossoming and blooming and looking better and better.
And I think with that confidence is why women of our age are getting more out there, as it were, because we're just not, the kids have grown up, they've left home, or people who don't have kids, they're just doing their own thing and they're comfortable in their careers. They've got to a point where they're financially stable, and it's just like, it's our fucking time now. It's our time. And yes, I swear a lot because one, I grew up in a Fleet Street environment of male journalists, and to fit in, you had to swear all the time. And now I do it because it pisses people off if I swear because, I'm not a lady. Well, fuck you. I'm not trying to impress you. I do it for me, And being a journalist, words are very powerful, and using the words are really powerful, which is the word we're going to come to now, which we discussed before, because I was in a meeting yesterday with a new PR client, and we were just talking. I mean, Alex, you're good friends with, we're very good friends with my friend in Cyprus, my bestie over there, and we call everyone cunts all the time, and actually my daughter taught me to use that because I was like offended by her using it, and she, who is a lawyer, told me that it's a very powerful word which Shakespeare used. So if it's good enough for Shakespeare, it's good for me. So anyway, back to the story. It was in the meeting yesterday, and we were talking about somebody who was just an absolute arsehole. And I just said flippantly, "Oh yeah, he's a right cunt." And he goes, "You can't say that. You can't say the C word. You can't say that." And I'm like, "Why can't I? Why? I can say whatever the fuck I want." Do you know what I mean? Why the fuck are you going to tell me? Is it going to affect our relationship in business if I use that word? I'm in a public relations business where I'm emotive and I'm trying to gauge people's reactions. That's what I do. But it's not offending them personally. I wasn't calling them a cunt because obviously they're lovely. They're my PR client. But somebody else was. And you use it all the time. What did I message you this morning? We talked about men nonsense.
Oh, yeah. I said, one of my friends has taught me a new word to say to a man if they are messing around.
Oh, my God. I can't believe my phone's gone off. Just chuck it out. Seriously. I turned it all off and everything. Anyway, sorry about that.
Yeah. And
always happens.
Yeah. And she basically said, don't be taking any nonsense. So I thought it was quite powerful. So I used it on a guy and I said, "Oh no, enough of this nonsense." Oh, men don't like that. That is a really good word to use.
It's quite derogatory, isn't it? Because it's
enough of this nonsense.
Yeah.
And it's not a word I use. It's really powerful. I loved it. And then you came back and said, "Oh, just use cuntiness." Fair play. Just use cuntiness. It's okay.
Oh my God, yes. But seriously, I can't believe you'd be so demure and polite when I know the real you. Get vodka down you, and then real Lesley.
The real me comes out, and I'm like, "He's a cunt." She's a cunt.
And that's exactly how it
Why
should
are you
be.
being a cunt?
Oh, I love it. Oh my God, it's so much fun. So I forgot where I was going to go now. So yeah, I think it's really empowering that women our age should express themselves, and we're not the first. I mean, I grew up with Madonna, who was my absolute icon. Cher, absolute icon.
Absolutely.
It's not like we're leading the way. I mean, and even before that, there was Betty Davis and God knows who else back in the day before
Yeah.
So, but it's really important to have strong, powerful, vocal women, and every man that I've been with, not that many, but every relationship that I've had, the men cannot deal with that. My ex left me saying I was intolerable. I wasn't intolerable. I just spoke up, spoke my mind, and wasn't going to be a little woman being told what to do. I have a brain, I have a voice, I'm going to fucking use it.
There aren't that many strong men who can handle a strong woman.
Absolutely.
And if you find them, then hang on to them, because what they do is they empower you and they want you to succeed. But the majority of men don't. They want to be in charge. They don't want you to have ideas. They don't want you to be
More successful than them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They think they do. And then when they've got you, they really don't like it. And it's like, well, this is actually me.
Yeah, and it's really sad actually, because I'm hoping that I've brought my sons up to be, respectful and empower women, girlfriends, everybody, because they've got a badass mother. But I've noticed that a lot. It's very difficult as single women, our age, to actually find somebody who steps up to what we expect, because we're not carrying men anymore. And there's a fine line, isn't there? Because again, want to be treated like a princess, want to be, have our drinks and our food paid for, have little treats and stuff like that, and then expect them to, the balance of, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can you have somebody, if somebody says,
I think you can. I mean, I've already said, don't date a man who thinks he's rich, because every time he pays for something for you, he's expecting something back. Date a man who is actually rich. They expect nothing back, because what they spend on you or invest in you is
coming back tenfold.
Is coming back tenfold anyway. The other myth that I like us to talk about is that men still believe that women dress for them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
no.
Women dress for themselves. And also, I suppose, to gain not approval, but, sort of an acknowledgement that they look nice from other women. They don't dress
women
for men
dress
at
for
all.
other women, I think.
Yeah, they don't dress for other men.
Because they dress for their best friends, they dress for, going out and, for the self-confidence. And going back to the aesthetics, 5 years ago, I was really anti-aesthetics and, going on about how natural beauty is the way and this, that and the other. But actually it isn't. A tweak here and there, a little injection here and there. I'm never going to grow old gracefully, because it's so, the confidence it gives you. And then I can put on like a little, as I call them, slut dresses, because we know, they're not, but again, that's empowering. It's just a woman who's not afraid of her sexuality. It doesn't mean to sleep around. It just means that I am, dressing to empower my sexuality.
Absolutely.
And using the aesthetics gives me so much confidence to go out there. So.
Yeah, it's not, as I said, it's not trying to change you. It's just trying to enhance what you have and maintain what you've got, rather than growing old. If somebody wants to grow old, if somebody wants to be at home with kittens, even though you're still at home with kittens, you're still going out having a good time. But if they want to stay home and knit and watch soaps and whatever, if that makes them happy, that's amazing. But my circle of friends don't want that. My circle of friends want to feel good about themselves.
Absolutely.
And because of that, they want to look good and they want to go to nice places.
I'm your circles of friends. I'm in your circle of friends.
You are in my circle of friends.
So, yeah, I know what you're talking about, baby.
Yeah. So, and that's, I kind of guess what today's modern woman wants to do. And sort of 50, 60 is the new 30.
You can have it all. You absolutely can. 50 is definitely new 30. Definitely. I mean, I date younger men. So I wouldn't even look at anyone over 45.
Well, sort of men my age, no, you wouldn't see me with a man my age, because people wouldn't.
They're sort of halfway in the grave.
Yeah, people wouldn't put me there. They'd say, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, no.
And that sounds really awful. And that's not saying that I want to date a 21-year-old. Thank you very much.
No, it's not being awful. Men have led the way for so many years, saying, they're going to marry a woman this age, this size, and then, the woman gets older and they bin her off and go out with a younger woman.
Yeah.
It's our turn to go out with younger men.
Yeah.
Because they're not looking after themselves as they're getting older.
Agree.
Yeah,
my ex used to say to me, because he was a narc, he used to say, "Oh, when our daughter reaches 16, I'm going to leave you for somebody younger." Well, rolling on the years.
Yeah, that story.
Rolling on the years. I actually saw him at our daughter's wedding. And sadly, he has very white, short hair, what's left of it, and he's 3 stone overweight, with a big red face and very bloated.
Sounds
so
really
I went,
attractive.
I don't really think you're going to get a younger lady, to be fair. However, he has got a lady, but he's not the 28-year-old blonde bimbo that he thought he was going to get.
Yeah.
Revenge is sweet.
Yeah. But I don't actually think women are bimbos. Women who date older men are actually really smart, savvy. Some of them might be saving for college. Some of them might just want to get a new wardrobe.
Designer bag.
Yeah, exactly. I think all women are empowering in their own way. I think that whole bimbo culture is gone. And that's demeaning to women. Calling them bimbos. Women have always been badasses and gone for what they want. But now they're not afraid to hide it behind, a persona. Now they just fucking do it.
Well, tell me about that, because I'm not obviously from the north originally, and you've lived in Liverpool for decades.
20 years. I grew up in London.
Yeah, but you've lived in Liverpool for decades.
Yes.
And I've got friends over in Liverpool and Warrington. And tell me about this. Women in those areas tend to pay for men to live, not even to go out.
Yeah, well, I did.
Yeah, you did. And some of my friends do. And I'm going, how does that work? I don't understand. Explain that to me. Go on.
I just sort of fell into the trap. I was earning more money in my job. He was at home. And I said, do you know, a lot of it is the freedom that I wanted. I love my kids. I love to, be with them and everything, but I still love the freedom of going out. So I said, listen, you stay home. I'll go to work. You look after the kids. And so that gave me the freedom to go to work, go to networking events, go to parties, go away on press trips. So because I knew that he'd be at home looking after them with the babies, although I did have an au pair because I needed that support as well. And then it just sort of rolled on. And then laziness, it's like with bored routine marriage, you just sort of carry on with it, and suddenly you wake up and you think, actually, what the fuck am I doing? I've had enough of this. I want more. And I wouldn't have minded. The marriage broke down because I was like wallpaper, and I was just like, no birthday presents, no Christmas presents, just like part of the furniture. I was completely ignored. And if he'd have just come home with a bracelet, a necklace, and it's not even the money, because it's one. He knew that he'd have gone in my purse and got my debit card and gone shopping. It doesn't matter that it was still the money. It was the thought, something that a gesture of appreciation, because it was absolutely nothing. And I was just like, do you know what? Fuck this. And plus, we were sleeping in separate bedrooms by then. And I was like, am I really going to have this for the next 30 years? I don't think so. So, yes, it's like you just settle into routine, boredom, but it's so important not to settle. And that's what these podcasts are all about. I want women of an older age, especially because, when women are 20, 30, they've got like a big gang of girls then, and a big support network. As you get older, the support network sort of like falls off. And women do feel more isolated, I think. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No.
But I think these podcasts are really important because I'm bringing on strong, independent, powerful women like you, like me, who say it's never too late to start your life again. It's never too late to go on a course, learn something new. Never too late to go traveling, book that flight, drop the weight, go out, meet new people, go on a dating app. Fuck somebody new, Basically, no, seriously, really, it's so important. I think sexual health in older women also is really important, because it's just considered normal for men to fuck about. Not that I do, but even if I wanted to, so what? I do what I want, and every woman should be able to do that too. That's what I'm trying to get across with these podcasts, is that women should be able to live their lives as they want, without stigma, without getting labelled from Karens, basically. Karens can fuck off. Do you not agree?
Sorry, all Karens. Sorry, all
Actually,
Karens.
I do know some people called Karen and they're lovely, but it's just taken off air after 20 minutes of the first podcast, never to be seen again. But you know what I mean, don't you? It's just like...
I do, and that's why people used to say to me, you are odd. And I said, why am I odd? Because you don't do the normal things. I said, but what is normal? And why would I want to do normal anyway? So, and now people say to me, okay, when's your next adventure? What are you doing next? So for everybody out there, look at what you want to do. If you've wanted to travel, then make it happen. So the next thing I want to do, I want to go away for the whole of January. How am I going to do that? Have I got the money to do that? No. However, there is a scheme where you can work away, where you're paid to go wherever you want in the world.
Exactly.
Do a few hours work on a vegetable patch or paint some fences, and then the rest of the week is yours.
Absolutely, and that's it. That's exactly the message we're giving today, is that, you can start your life whenever you want. There's no time scale, no time frame. 50, 60, 70, your life is for living, and that's exactly what Amanda Moss PR promotes.